When I first came to Hazelwood, I saw, shootings. There was drugs being sold. Uh, there was a lot of poverty. So, as much bad as I saw in Hazelwood at the time, I realized that the good that was in Hazelwood needed to be stirred up.
I think Tim has a great way of having you feel important, you know? I think he's just got an incredible kind of emotional intelligence, and he's sincere, and I think you believe in him.
The real Hazelwood is the people.
That was perfect. Malachi. That was perfect.
And that's why we always say everything is about people, because everything that we do through Center of Life came to us through a person. And the first person to really believe, in the work that we were doing from a foundation was a guy named Chip Burke.
And as we reviewed the grants, it was really clear that Tim knew how to motivate kids and was a real draw to kids. And so on a professional level, it was a wonderful grant for the Grable Foundation to make.
From the beginning, when Chip finally came out to see what we were doing, he encouraged us, he advised us, he helped us to understand how we could help him get us funding.
The other thing that has drawn us year in and year out, and why we have funded for the last 12 years without an interruption, is that the return on the grant has always been superb.
And so that kind of partnership was so valuable, to us, because we didn't know. I didn't know very much about writing grants, and I didn't know very much about the nonprofit world. I came out of for-profit.
At the time I met Tim, I didn't realize I met Tim. He was a young man, and I was sitting on the steering committee of Weed and Seed, and he had come to the steering committee with a request for proposal for one of his programs.
A fraternity brother of mine basically gave me a call and just said, there's this brother doing this great work in Hazelwood, and he gave me a CD, I think he gave me a CD, of Crunk. And so I heard a couple things about them, and then just went out there to talk to him, and was just, taken with Tim's, down-to-earth approach, but the sincerity that you could feel coming off of him, and his vision that, hip-hop could be a great way to engage kids, and that they were going to make their own music.
In the arts programs, the kids were doing world-class work from a music standpoint and winning prizes at Monterey. And we always knew what the work was, and the results were evident for us.
The entertainment is the thing that people can see, but there's also changes being made on an educational level where they can broaden it and go from the music to English, to learning to read, to just becoming better citizens.
It's one of those organizations where the closer you get to it, the better it is. I've known it for 11 years as a funder, but my son on a personal level worked there this summer and was able to tell me about the training he went through, the quality of the staff, and the true love for the kids that he saw every moment of every day that he worked there.
They're not putting on airs. They're not like, someone's posted out looking for you, and then, okay, they're coming, and then all of a sudden, welcome in, and it's like, this is what we do,
And it's a coherent program in that parents and older people that become knowledgeable of it and involved in it are willing to work toward helping these children and understanding that these are our children.
I see that Hazelwood is coming up. I see Hazelwood is really some great things are happening. We're going to get a brand new library. We're going to get a grocery store, You know, we're looking at putting in, we're looking at developing COL into a Music Arts and Health Institute. And so we want to see, you know, all these kinds of things is going to bring critical mass to the community and bring people into the community that normally won't come. And it's going to give the thousands and thousands of cars that drive through here every day a reason to stop.
I think if you care about kids and their future and kids that need help, Center of Life provides among the best after-school programming in the country.
If you want to see people's lives change for the better, you have to be willing to be there when it happens. And so I said to myself, whatever it takes, however long it takes.
So I remember watching a young man that I knew growing up, actually a friend of my son's, lugging equipment in there, you know. I remember watching kids up around a mic, you know, joking and developing their pizza. I remember watching a teacher work with one student on his dance piece. And you know, those are critical moments. And people talk about those moments later on when they're adults. They can be life-saving exchanges. And so I just think that I'm glad Center Life is here in Pittsburgh, and that, you know, even be affiliated with it it's an honor.